where you're following the predator and it.
Well, you've gotta understand alien murderers. They are people too.
Well, they're hunters, so I mean, like,
Yeah.
I understand where you can do that kind of story, but the thing is do we need that? Like, I still kind of want the story where the predator's, fighting in feudal Japan,
Yeah.
like that.
Or alternatively, the predator is Teddy Roosevelt. All right, so it's 8:30. Let's get started.
You're not wrong there. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start the show. So let us do this.
Woo!
Distance nerding.
Hey!
Woo!
Oh, what's up, everybody?
What is happening?
That is a very different change of pace for episode 201.
What is going on?
Sciatica.
Why
Sciatica
is
is a
going
problem.
on?
The people listening to the audio episode are going to be like, "Oh, he didn't scream. What happened?" Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. It is that time of the week. It is Taco Tuesday. You know what that means. You are now watching, listening, and experiencing distance nerding.
Part of the Comic-Con Radio podcast family.
Right. So he's so young. Milhouse could pretty much be his dad. It SHDU.
It's all coming up, Milhouse. He's here to make the corn sweat. It's Jahmez 5,000.
It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope. It's a young Phil.
That's right.
And we're here
To
to nerd
Together.
To nerd together.
201st time.
Oh,
A lot of numbers. We're talking about anything pop culture news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, maybe at Comic-Con. I don't know. We'll see.
Quite
Whatever
Perhaps.
you're nerding out on, we're going to talk about it.
That's right. So, guys, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Threads, YouTube, Discord, all the places, all at Distance Nerding. And, of course, if you would like to send us an email, it is possible. You can do that. All you got to do is send us a message, email at dist.
Oh, yeah. I think a vet. Would you ever want to be a vet? SHDU? I mean, that's a lot of schooling.
Yeah, I don't. I like animals. I don't like animals that much.
But you got to mess with like their genitalia. You don't want to mess with them that much.
This
You
is
don't
what
like
I'm saying.
animals that
I
much.
don't want to have to jerk off a dog. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
To be fair, if you want to see SHDU jack off a dog, remember, he will do anything for money. So just go to the OnlyFans and request that SHDU do weird things to animals.
I will say there, specific amounts of money here. It's not any amount.
No. He said he will do anything for money. So give him, any menial
I'm
amount.
saying it has to be a specific amount.
Give him any menial amount of money, 3 pennies, and he
Menial is the wrong term.
and he will red rocket. It's nerding at AOL.com, and we will read your email live on air.
Usually we save the raunchier jokes towards the end of the show.
We do, yes, but
when everybody's passed out.
It's the
You can't lead with that, guys.
everything has changed. It's all changed.
So
Everything's
201.
different.
Sandra said, "Don't get peed on your ass." Oh, God, so good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have now stumbled on to the best. Actually, it is the worst
It is
on the internet. Probably one of the worst shows on the internet. The joke we just made right now, you are now watching The Download.
We're we're definitely got to dig ourselves out of a hole. So let's get the show going.
But remember, a couple episodes back, we did have an episode called Jen's How to Dig Yourself Out of a Hole.
There you go.
And Jen is not here, and so
refer to that episode.
Right. So let's refer to that episode, and
let's just play that episode again.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Let's just we're just gonna play that.
We're done for the night. We're just gonna go and replay that
It's gonna be clip show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this. This week on deck, we've got the Geek End Update.
It's turkey time, but also con time. Still con time. It's still con time. Con time.
Yeah. Filipino time.
Filipino time. Starting rumors.
Will Lady Gaga dazzle in a new rumored MCU role? I wonder.
And of course, we are going to end the show with the download because
we're on the emotional roller coaster that is Star Wars release dates.
That's so many.
It is a hell of an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, so many of them. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into that, but first, let me get a shout out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the show is brought to you by Dubby. Dubby is a brand of energy drinks created to help focus concentration reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors, no dyes, none of that stuff. Now, Dubby contains Neurofactor. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. Find out more about Dubby at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10 and get 10% off your order. All the deliciousness, guys. Of course, that is spelled NERDING10 for 10% off your order.
I like it. Dubby it up.
It is finger licking good.
Right. And it's like Christmas time. Maybe you guys should buy some Dubby for each other. Spread some Dubby wealth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Maybe
buy some Dubby for all the exhausted people in your life.
Maybe there's like a white elephant gift thing, and you just have a pack of Dubby in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the cool thing is, Dubby can give you all of that energy to Red Brown. Okay, I'm done with this joke.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on here. Let's jump into the Geek End Update because it is now time for the Geek End Update.
Woo. This just in, Distance Nerding is on Comic-Con Radio.
Yay!
Look for the Distance Nerding podcast. Even this episode and our second show, a comic conversation each week on comiccon-radio.com/podcasts. Someone put that in the chat as well. Not me.
Go ahead, Shadu. Go ahead. I dare you. I dare you, Shadu.
He double dog dares you.
It's only 201 episodes.
Let's not talk about double dogs. Right?
Are you in the Donald Trump the dogs?
Oh God.
By the way, I did talk to Galaxy earlier today from Comic-Con Radio. He is working on getting all the episodes that have been missed or skipped or paused on because FandomCon was going on. I talked to him today. He's like, we're putting him up right now. Send me the list. So I sent them the list of episodes that are missing from Distance Nerding and Comic Conversation. So
yes,
he's working on it. So Philippe will have to talk a little bit more because I think there's some that we didn't send yet, but totally cool.
Okay.
They're working on it.
Let's take a look here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will not be there, but we still want to promote and help promote the event right here. I know Say Wong is super psyched for this. Ladies and gentlemen, Fan Expo San Francisco is happening November 29th through December 1st. That's this weekend, right?
That is this weekend.
That's right. So, guys, like I said, we won't be there, but the show looks amazing. It's featuring Hayden Christensen, Charlie Cox, Grant Gustin. Andy Serkis is going to be there. Bruce Campbell, the man, is going to be there. Danny Trejo, Cameron Moynihan, Giancarlo Esposito, Manny Jacinto, Grey DeLisle, friend of the show, Grey DeLisle, Shamik Moore, Jody Benson, Frank Miller, Art Adams. So many people, man. It is ridiculous. The amount of people who are going to be there. It is going to be an amazing show. It was just an excuse for all those celebrities to come to San Francisco. That's really what it was.
Yeah.
So guys, make sure if you're going to be going to the show, a whole bunch of our friends are going to be there. So make sure you check out the IC Sound Comics booth and go and hang out with Diego Iriarte. Go and check out Brandon McKinney over at the 10 Ton Press booth. And then, of course, our buddy Stephen Yu, who's celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Stephen Yu.
Happy birthday, Steven.
Happy birthday.
Go and see Stephen Yu and check out his book, Joan. Of course, get all the details and tickets at fanexposanfrancisco.com. Of course, at the bottom of the screen, there's also a link right there. fanexpohq.com/fanexpo San Francisco. And that'll get you right to the ticket booth there.
Watson in the chat, he's like, I don't know any of those people. Hey, you just don't know their names, but it's Anakin Skywalker, Daredevil, The Flash. Who else we got there? Ash from Evil Dead. What's his name?
Gollum.
Gollum,
Snoke, basically anybody who is like a full CGI character.
Yeah, exactly.
Moff
Gideon.
You know who Uncle Danny is. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You enjoy tacos, so you got to know who Danny Trejo is.
Exactly.
Cameron Monaghan, I believe, is Cal Kestis. Yeah,
Cal Kestis, but he was also he was in Shameless. He was in Gotham.
He was in Gotham.
Yeah, Cameron Monaghan's been in a lot of good stuff. Jacinto obviously is not everybody loved the show, but he was the most badass character
in Acolyte. Yeah,
in Acolyte, right? Grey Delisle, again, friend of the show. She's been in every cartoon.
Daphne,
in her life. She is Daphne right now. Frank Miller. I mean, if you don't know who Frank Miller is,
come on. Why are you watching the show?
You know, Shamik Moore has been in all kinds of like.
He's Miles Morales.
Oh, that's right. He is. I'm thinking of somebody else. Shamik Moore is Miles Morales right now.
And then Jodie Benson is got a dingle hopper in her hand.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What now? Sorry.
She's playing with animals, and it's totally okay. She's the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Just
get your mind out the gutter. Should do.
Well, it's. I can't. I physically can't. It's stuck in there.
Just shout out to our friends. Sandra Betty said Lady Deadpool Fresno is going to be there on Saturday, so that's another friend of the show right there.
Very nice.
I shout out to Andrea. I miss her. And
hey Wong, take some pics. Send us some pics.
Take all the pics, say Wong, and let us know how the show went on Tuesday when we see you in the chat again, man. So that is it again, guys. Head over to the Fan Expo and get tickets if you're in the San Francisco area. If you're not in the San Francisco area, then get here. That show's ridiculous.
Fly, drive, go by plane, train, automobile, whatever you need to do. Get there. Go to Fan Expo.
Yeah, or be like Say Wong and get tickets for SDCC and brag about it in the chat because I haven't gotten tickets, but apparently Say Wong has all the money in the world. Go to Fan Expo.
Apparently, we can apply for press passes.
Let's press it up.
Yeah, Nicole was telling me, and this is just on the side. Nicole from
don't say where. Don't give out the secrets. The secret sauce.
No, it's not for anybody. We can get press passes because we can point to our coverage of LA Comic-Con.
There you go.
And she was saying that they'll accept that. So it's like, we might be able to get press passes.
Yeah. Look at us.
I like it. Let's keep it going though.
Right.
All right. Yeah, let's do it. No, let's keep this momentum.
Let's keep the gravy train rolling, and by gravy I mean gravy covered dog kibble.
Oh, right. You know, the hole is just,
Don't talk about the holes.
Don't
talk about the holes.
What about dog holes? That's terrible, man. Why would you do that?
What isn't inappropriate?
Do not go to an Oklahoma vet school. It is not what you think it is.
No.
Just don't come to Oklahoma. That's the lesson.
Oh, God. And real quick, before we jump into the next segment, Aaron Watson said, well, since you guys aren't going to be there, maybe offer the Distance Nerding helicopter for fans to take. Maybe give back to the fans for once.
Yeah. Jahmez, we have both the Distance Nerding helicopter and the
jet.
Yes, we do have the jet as well. We also have the I forgot what it's called. I had a joke
propellers.
and I immediately forgot. No, the thing from Dune.
Oh,
A worm?
Yes, we have the disconcerting Shai Hulud.
Yeah, we got a disconcerting worm.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do.
No, we do have a disconcerting trebuchet that you can get.
Yes.
If you buy
It
merch.
will not get you very far, but it will get you over the wall.
Yeah, if you if you buy a disconcerting T-shirt, it comes with a trebuchet, so you want to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this next segment. It's time to start some rumors.
Woo.
It's such a hard song. I love that song, man.
I love the new song. I really do.
I know. So let's jump into this, guys. Jump into this first rumor.
All right. Look in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane.
It's your mom.
A trailer. It's young Phil. No.
Don't talk about her mom, dude. That's not cool.
It's Crypto, the super dog. According to a report
talk
from
about her
Collider,
mom.
the first trailer for James Gunn's Superman comes in December. Superman will launch the movie portion of DC Studios' Gods and Monsters, Part 1. It's scheduled for a theatrical release on July 11th, 2025. So, tacos on the table. Have we been naughty or have we been nice? I think I can answer that. Naughty. Does James Gunn have a holiday treat of kryptonite spice?
Yeah, you've definitely been naughty. Crypto needs to guard himself. Ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
I do think that we're finally going to be getting a trailer. It makes so much sense for us to get a trailer just because I know they're deep into the editing phase of this film. They've got stuff that's already been rendered where they've like put out like pictures of stuff and all that. I think there's enough that's been done that they can do a teaser trailer, right? Like they don't necessarily need to do obviously story trailers, the second trailers. I mean, like, you know,
right.
they don't have they probably don't have enough along to do a story trailer, but they've got enough to do a teaser. So I think we're getting a teaser in December. That makes a lot of sense.
I mean, that's what, 7 months before the film.
Yeah,
that feels long, but I mean, you know, they're probably going to milk this, you know, marketing gravy train for a long time. So yeah, tacos are on the table.
Yeah, just build the hype, right? And we want all the hype.
My taco. So they have kind of the like a nacho cheese shell. On the inside there is a lot of tomato. There's a lot of cheese. There is a lot of glowing. So no. The lettuce itself is glowing green for no apparent reason.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's just some random blue spread over it. We're not sure where that came from. We're not sure what it is, but it's probably safe and it is on the table.
Okay. I was waiting to see where that was going. I was like, he sounds like he's describing a regular taco for once. What's happening here? James, you said your tacos were on the table, right?
Tacos, table, yes.
All right, well, let's move on. Sorry. Boom. Moving on here. Speaking of Superman and Supermen, X-Men franchise writer and producer Simon Kinberg is developing a new Star Wars trilogy with Lucasfilm. The new rumor is now claiming that Henry Cavill, of course, our Man of Steel, or The Witcher, as you see on the screen right now, has had discussions with the studio about possibly taking a role in the new trilogy. So tacos on the table. Will Cavill trade in his super cape for a Jedi robe?
Oh, tacos are very much on the table for this one.
Sorry. Good word, James.
I was gonna say with how DC handled things, and he was like, quitting other projects, so like The Witcher, so he can come back and do Superman stuff, and then they kind of switched gears on him. He's gonna like, screw it, I'm in. Give me another huge franchise. Give me Star Wars, and I will rock this. Can you imagine him? You see him with a broadsword in The Witcher. Now he's gonna be.
I was about to say, yeah.
Lightsaber? Come on. Yes,
oh, I know. I was thinking it's like with what we saw in The Witcher with all of his swordplay and his passion for that. The fact he's a big 40K fan too, which
Mhm.
I know that's not Star Wars, but I mean he knows kind of science fantasy or whatever.
Right.
And it just I think it'd be great. I really hope this is happening. I think it seems right. So I'm going to say my tacos with a nacho shell. No, my tacos, my mutated, super powered tacos, with a little like a little umbrella in a drink or whatever. It's a little cape coming off of it. That is currently being currently bonding itself with a kyber crystal that is on the other part of the table. Is indeed on the table.
Taco shops are different in Oklahoma because
Yeah.
those are very, very unique tacos.
You've never heard of using a kyber crystal as garnish? No?
Yeah.
No, absolutely.
Young Phil, what do you think?
I think it's happening. I think the dude is a massive nerd. I think that it makes sense for him to go into Star Wars. I'm all for this, and I do think that he is going to have that heavy lightsaber stance. And just kind of dominate. Like the thing is he going to be a Jedi, or do you think he's going to be a Sith?
Ooh, he could be somewhere in the middle.
He could be a great Jedi.
He could be a very great character.
Yeah,
I could see kind of a Qui-Gon type or something, but a little bit more aggressive.
Because like he is someone who I know would like prefer to play a good character, but I think he'd play a bad character really well.
Yeah.
Right.
He'd
be like a Sith Zaddy. You know what I mean? Like a Darth Zaddy, something like that.
Zaddy. Yeah. That actually probably would be his name, Darth Zaddy. Darth Zadimus. Nagas Adal.
All right, what's our next one?
What about Nagas or X? Ooh, he would be dope as Exar Kun.
Oh, yeah,
so sick if he was Exar Kun. All right, yeah. So let's move on to the next one.
All right, yep, let's do it. Oh yeah, all right.
Who's gonna do it?
Over to the Marvel Cinematic Rumor Universe. Marvel has a lot of TV projects in the works at various stages of development. The biggest news is that Marvel Studios has given up on producing a Young Avengers movie.
Oh.
And will instead focus on bringing the newly renamed Champions to Disney+. The rebrand of the group likely points to the fact that it's taken them so long to get these characters together that they're no longer teens, like in the comics, but young adults. Disney CEO Bob Iger has also discussed the importance of protecting the Avengers brand, and a Young Avengers spin-off underperforming would risk tarnishing the main event movies.
Oh, God.
Thanks, Bob. So, tacos on the table. Are we trading in the Young Avengers for the Champions?
Thanks for bringing a downer on things, Bob. We haven't even produced it yet. And he's like,
It's like, well, it's going to underperform because it's children, and no one likes children anymore.
We're Disney. We're on the business of children.
Right.
Bob Iger, God, man. Guys, he has become a monster.
He already was. We just figured it out. It's like Elon Musk.
Yeah. I do see them changing the name because of Bob Iger.
Yeah. As soon as they said Bob Iger, I was like, yep, this is definitely
which is like dumb and annoying because whenever Bob Iger steps in to make any changes on stuff, it usually like flops. Like look what happened when he put his hands in Star Wars, right? Like we got the sequel trilogy and everybody hated it. Right. So, and specifically the last movie, what was it? The Rise of Skywalker?
Rise of Skywalker. Right.
Like we Rise of Skywalker was directly because of him. It was like, well, why don't we do Palpatine? People like Palpatine. Right.
Which I will defend to the death, but it was not that good of a movie.
Yeah. So I do believe that he's gonna try and be like, well, we can't call it Avengers because if it doesn't make enough money,
branding
movie. So we can call it Champions. Yeah, we'll call it Champions.
I could definitely see this. My talkers are on the table for this, but you know what? I kind of want to agree with him like keep the Avengers name special. Like make it elevated, right?
Yeah.
Do it now where it's like huge event movies, and that's when you use that name. So it's Doomsday, it's Avengers Doomsday, it's Avengers Secret Wars, give me that.
If they are doing this, and I think they probably are, I would like a scene where Kamala Khan is like, oh, we should be the Avengers, and they're like, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. That's taken. We gotta come up with something else.
Yeah. We're like the Young Avengers, and then somebody
like,
else is like,
no, we can't. Like,
well, I was gonna say, or like you call the movie Champions, but you can still call the team the Young Avengers.
Yeah.
What the whole thing with him is Bob Iger is more along the lines of, oh well, people are gonna associate Young Avengers with the Avengers, and we don't want that. If
that's what the Young Avengers are.
Right, but then if you do name the movie Champions, but they can still call themselves the Young Avengers, and then they are another team that shows up within like different movies and stuff like that, and then they can be ensemble within the Avengers movies. They're still the Young Avengers, So I mean,
the way we solve this is we call the movie Champions and put a little asterisk.
I was about to say,
no,
we call it Young Avengers and put a little asterisk next to it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how Bob Iger fixes things. All right, well let's
it's I don't think I got to say my not so young anymore tacos are on the table.
Yes.
Moldy, old tacos.
Older tacos, a little bit more mature tacos.
Chris Chickerson saying young-ish Avengers. Yeah.
Young-ish Avengers.
Millennial Avengers.
Millennial Avengers. Yeah, they were aiming for MCU's Teen Titans, judging from the premise. And it is, but that's what the Young Avengers are.
Yeah.
And then obviously they're never going to do the West Coast Avengers because, they would never want to do Squirrel Girl, and they make all the fans happy.
I mean, I personally think we should do Central Standard Time Avengers, but it's just me.
No, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
What? Central Standard Time. Central Time is not a thing. Okay, it's Pacific Standard Time is the only time zone. Moving on. Next story.
If they end up doing that, that's the Central Time Avengers is the one that gets killed in like the first 5 minutes, and then we just go to West Coast Avengers. Anyway,
moving on.
No joke on this next MCU rumor. While Joker Folie Do completely bombed at the box office, Lady Gaga did receive some good praise with her Harley Quinn performance. Now it looks like there's a chance that Lady Gaga might make the jump over from DC to Marvel. Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige, the rumor is saying that he is interested in bringing Gaga into the MCU as Daredevil. Or Daredevil. I ruined that. Fix it in post. Fix it in post. MCU fold as Dazzler. No?
Yeah. Go for it.
No? Damn it. Fix it in post.
You missed it. Yep. No, you missed the window. The window is gone.
Tacos are on the table. My tacos fell on the ground because that was awful. Gaga coming to the MCU, a match or a bad romance?
I see what you did there. It makes sense to have Lady Gaga be Dazzler. You need somebody who can be a pop star, and Lady Gaga is capable of doing that. So yeah, my tacos are on the table. I think it would make sense, and she's a good actor. She just was in a shit movie, so.
My fantabulous tacos are on the table.
Yeah, I'm in. I like this.
I need her to like on screen sing Poker Face and drop her foot on the piano like she did at that live event.
Right. I just need her to come in, sing some songs, do some pew pews with her fingers and stuff. So throw some lights in the air.
Yeah,
and that's it. Like I don't need her to like anchor an entire movie. Come in, be cool.
Well, we do A Star Is Born, but in the MCU.
Yeah, that's good.
And we don't need we don't need a whole Dazzler movie. We just need her in a movie, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. That's it.
Yep.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
I like it.
Everybody got the tacos?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
yep,
my Daredevil tacos are on the table. Yep.
Yes, my slowly corrupted by someone in a toxic relationship, literally, and is then thrown onto stage and is somehow a mutant. Those tacos are on the table. Yes.
All right. Well, moving on.
Right here.
In some motherfuckers, I mean movies, still trying to act straight uphill. Kevin Feige has confirmed that the Blade reboot starring Mahershala Ali is still in the works, despite not having a release date. But a new rumor claims we have not seen the last of Snipes, who uttered in the Deadpool sequel, "There's only been one Blade, only ever going to be one Blade." The rumor: Snipes will be back as Blade, and sooner than we think. So, guys, tacos on the table. What project do we think Wesley Snipes is going to sink his teeth into?
I think it's going to be another multiverse thing. I think it's going to be Secret Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'd like to see him in like in Doomsday. Like, it would be dope to see him just show up in Doomsday.
Yeah, I don't know how they use him, but I'm into it. Or what about this? Remember how we had that Marvel Spotlight and it was what was it? Werewolf by Night? Give me a Blade one of those.
And they're talking about doing another one too.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a Blade one of those. That'd be kind of fun.
Ooh, it would be fun.
Okay. Chris Chipperson in the chat saying T Swift or nothing for Dazzler. Dazzler, Taylor's version. And I said I 100% agree with that sentiment.
No, there's not enough money in the world. And if there was, Taylor Swift would already have all that money and still wouldn't want to play Dazzler.
Yeah. My tacos that are filled with congealed blood and
rage,
and just little chips of silver topped on them that have been on the table for 1,000 years and counting are indeed on the table
with serum sauce on it.
Yeah, a little bit of that. A little bit of that.
Yeah, it's
gotta have that
Blade serum. You know, a little bit.
Again, we need to Yelp check your taco spots near your house because it's getting ridiculous.
That does not sound like a delicious taco.
Yeah, congealed blood. I don't know.
No, that would be a blood sausage.
All right. Okay, I'm into it.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure they have that in the Philippines, bro.
I know. It's called dinuguan. If you want a dinuguan taco, just come over for Thanksgiving. I got you.
Yeah, he's just saying he wants a dinuguan taco.
I like that. Okay, now I'm in. Maybe I'm Blade.
You can like that.
Yeah.
I think that's what I meant.
I think one of my titos may be Blade. You know what I mean? Like he's up all night.
Tito Blade? Some motherfuckers trying to ice skate up hills.
Always, it's like
I skate up the hill.
I'm sorry, I think I'm too white.
Raining outside. It's raining outside. And he's walking around in shorts and a tank top and flip flops. You know, that's Tito Blade. He's
walking putang in the mud, just got hit with the gun.
Hey.
That's just California. Hold on.
Tito Blades. Tito
Blades. Just funny because there's a singer called Ruben Blades. But you know, like anytime you see anybody who like sees his name, Ruben Blades, it's kind of a cool name. Yeah, sure. Matt in the chat saying the current Dazzler comic is pretty much her as Taylor, complete with the original songs. Chris Chipperson said blood sausage is also a Navajo dish, and now I'm hungry. And then Matt saying, stop describing my family members.
You have a Tio Blades?
Tio Blades.
I like it.
I
like it. Was that our last rumor?
I kill all the vampires, eh? Yeah, that was our last rumor.
Somebody say blood tacos? Hey.
Did somebody say tacos de sangre? Because that sounds
again. I believe I am too white to be here right now. So
I started with a Filipino accent. Now I'm doing like a very, very Mexican accent. It's great.
Yeah,
we're fine here.
We're all over the place.
My name is Tito Blade.
We're an international show.
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers try to skate up the hills. and
we
then
will,
and then a
we
mudslide,
will offend everyone equally.
Yes, that's how it works out.
and then the mudslide happens in Manila.
All right.
All right,
Moving on.
ladies and gentlemen, that is it for rumors. It is now time to get into all the news. It's time for the download.
All right, for all the news, trailers, reactions, check out the Distance Nerdington post on Facebook. Get your nerd on there. Like, tell us what you're nerding out on. Comment, share, talk about whatever you want to talk about. I think there's a lot of, you know what I dig is that we have some Saber friends, and they're posting like Saber videos, whether it's themselves,
Ooh.
like doing Saber tricks and stuff. I dig that because I don't get that in my normal feed, but I come to the Distance Nerdington post and I get all the Saber action I need. I like it.
Yeah, because my regular feed just has everybody arguing over politics, and my Distance Nerding feed is like all the fun shit. So I'm barely on my regular one.
Exactly. All right, let's dive into this. Looks like Milhouse is moving out of Springfield after 35 years. She's done. Pamela Hayden, best known for voicing Milhouse on The Simpsons, is retiring from the job. Only took 35 years to be like, let me see what else is out there. She said, after much deliberation, I have decided to retire from The Simpsons to pursue other creative outlets. Thanks to everyone for their love and support. Milhouse has a long history with The Simpsons. In fact, his first appearance took place while the property was still airing as a cartoon short series on the Tracy Ullman Show. The character who would become Bart's best friend debuted in 1988 commercial for Butterfingers.
What?
Simpsons, the show didn't even start until 89. Isn't that crazy? So Milhouse was there before The Simpsons even started.
Right.
So the question for you two is, should they recast Milhouse?
Okay.
I didn't even think about it. I thought they were just going to
so
write him off somehow, but like
very, very simply, this is what they should do. They should look at this. They should, wish her well and all of that, and then stop making Simpsons.
Because of Milhouse?
Just in general.
What? Come on. It's
No, they're never going to stop with the
I know they're never going to stop, but they should.
But also they should.
Bad, just saying. Just let it go. Just let it go.
No, they're not ending The Simpsons. It's not going to happen.
I know.
So, okay.
I know in 300 years it'll still be airing on Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
We'll be flying around the solar system, and you can still catch, Simpsons season 802.
Simpsons is a piece of Americana, and I'm for it. So you would say don't recast Milhouse.
Don't recast Milhouse, just cancel The Simpsons.
Gotcha. Okay,
happen.
Young Phil, what do you think?
I think they're going to recast Milhouse.
I do definitely think they are.
But I also think that because Pamela Hayden is retiring, I think she's going to handpick the voice actor that's going to play him.
Oh yeah, I bet that's it.
I think she's gonna pick who's gonna play, because usually when somebody leaves on their own terms for these like shows and stuff, a lot of times the actors themselves won't handpick who precedes them. So I think that Pamela Hayden is going to be a part of the casting process, and she's going to handpick the person who takes over as Milhouse.
Yeah, that does make sense.
I could see that. There's only like 10 people that do voices on The Simpsons. It's crazy how many voices each actor does. So I dig it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, Milhouse, we'll see what happens with you, buddy.
Yeah, it is no longer coming up Milhouse.
And also, does Milhouse eventually end up marrying Lisa? Because I mean, we've seen alternate realities, but does he end up marrying Lisa?
Oh,
remember, he has the biggest crush on Lisa, so it's like,
Okay. Yeah.
Will we find out? Okay.
Hopefully soon. So let's move on here.
All right. So, is this just like Budapest all over again?
Yes.
A new photo has been released for the upcoming Jurassic World Rebirth, which features a fresh look at Scarlett Johansson in the role of Zora Bennett. who is leading an epic dino DNA hunt. The film's director, Gareth Edwards, gives us a bit more insight on the film and its leading lady. She's looking for meaning in her life. I guess we don't have a synopsis joke.
No synopsis. Synopsis. It's not a synopsis though. So
okay. She's looking for meaning in her life after leaving the military, and this opportunity comes along where after it, basically she'd never have to work again. But through that journey, she starts to question the ethical rights and wrongs of what they're doing. So every Jurassic Park movie ever. Jurassic Rebirth finds a way into theaters on July 2nd, 2025.
All right, well, let's move on here.
Well, hold on. Are you guys into this? Before you just get away, I just want to know if you're into Scarlett Johansson continuing Jurassic Park.
I don't have a problem with it as long as the story's good. I mean, like the thing with me is it comes down to the writing. If the writing is garbage, then no, I don't want this. But like, I mean, you know, if they actually have decent writing in this, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, all right, let's shift Jurassic Park into like a more kind of fantastical thing where it's all, you know, people living alongside dinosaurs and whatnot. I want Jurassic Park to be more like, if anyone remembers Terra Nova, that.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember Terra Nova.
I barely do. But
did that have dinosaurs?
Yes, it had dinosaurs. There was a bunch of people from like the 30th century or something that, because the Earth was so polluted, they traveled back in time to like 66 million years ago to start human civilization again.
Oh, with dinosaurs.
Yeah, with dinosaurs.
All right, okay. Check that out. All right, sorry. There. Now
anyway, all right, moving on.
Let's go ahead and move on here, just because we are in headlines, so we want to kind of like do these. How do you
hey, don't tell me how to do the show.
How do you like these apples? Kevin Smith has revealed that he is developing a sequel to his classic 1999 comedy Dogma. The filmmaker seems very confident that Affleck and Damon will reprise their roles, and he brought up the fact that he helped save Affleck and Damon's 1997 film Good Will Hunting without so much as a thank you in their Golden Globes and Oscars speeches. They owe him. I have been able to, he says, I have been able to hold that over both their heads for 25 fucking years, which is why they keep showing up in all these movies, in all the movies. Expect a cameo from them, more than a fucking cameo. The only way we get a Dogma sequel made is if they're there. So count on these guys being there. So guys, are you ready for Kevin Smith to bring more heaven or hell to earth?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I like it.
All we need for this entire movie is another what was the Golem of Golgotha monster. That's all we need.
Dogma was so packed with stars, like right before they all hit.
Yeah,
it would be crazy to get all these characters or all these actors back to play these characters.
Yeah,
but I kind of want to see what happens. It feels like if he did a Dogma 2, he'd have less restraint on him. Like he makes movies for himself now. Like he doesn't make them to like make money. Like he just does what he does. And I think he can pull enough favors to be like, you know what? I'm still gonna make the movie I want to make. Are you guys in it? Yes or no? And I think they'd be into it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fun, quick story. So, because it has a lot to do with Dogma. So when Dogma came out in '99, my mom was like one of those go to church every day Catholic ladies. And she would go to a prayer group that I would go with her, you know, like pray the rosary and all that stuff. And they were those people who were super anti-Dogma. They were like, this is the worst movie ever. It's so against Christian faith. And they were like the people who were out there protesting it, right? And I would go to these groups, this group with my mom, and you know, do the prayers and whatnot. But I secretly was a massive Dogma fan. I watched it in theaters like 3 times.
Nice.
And I love that movie. So it was like I would go to these meetings and hear these people crying and complaining about how terrible this movie was. Secretly, I'm like, this movie's fucking amazing. I don't know what you guys are talking about. So yeah, that's my quick story on Dogma.
Is
Yeah,
this a confessional
so
right
what
now?
happened to going quickly through the headliner? Oh,
No, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, if we got a story, it's all good.
Yeah, let's move on though.
If Philippe needs to, like,
I-
get some of the guilt off his chest, let him get the
yeah,
guilt
Right.
off.
Hey,
Say
know
what
what?
I'm saying, Jay and Silent Bob in the film, yay or nay? Absolutely, we need Jay and Silent Bob in there. Sandra Betty, as strict as my family is, we watched Dogma and laughed at it. That's good.
Good.
And Say Wong saying, Buddy Christ must return. I 100% agree with that. Buddy Christ was one of the best characters and also one of the most underrated. It was a character. As a character, there are people out there who will get the action figure and put it like in their houses, thinking like, "Oh, this is a cool Jesus." Yeah, no, this is from Dogma.
It's good.
All right, let's move on, guys.
Let's move on. Young Phil, you say 3 Hail Marys while I do the next story. Christopher Nolan is making a Marvel movie. Oscar winner Lupita Nyong'o from 12 Years a Slave, Black Panther, has joined the ensemble cast of Christopher Nolan's next event film at Universal. She joins previously announced cast members Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, and Zendaya. The movie will start shooting in early 2025. No loglines or descriptions of the film have been published. Details are keeping under wraps because
So there's no synopsis.
that is how Christopher Nolan does it. The film will have an IMAX release on July 17th, 2026.
Awesome.
All right, great.
All right, well, let's
Cool.
continue the hype train here. Here I come to save the day. Paramount Animation is bringing Mighty Mouse to the big screen on a big animated adventure film, and Ryan Reynolds is producing through his Maximum Effort Productions. Paramount Animations has also hired screenwriter Matt Lieberman, who worked with Reynolds on the 2021 fantasy adventure film Free Guy, to write the script. So, guys, are we excited for some Mighty Mouse?
I'm into it. I like Mighty Mouse. I'm down.
Same. I remember watching reruns of Mighty Mouse. I'm 100% down for this, especially with it being animated. Like, I imagine he's gonna be like a small CGI mouse that is just like, picking up boats and throwing them and stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But with Ryan Reynolds as part of it, does he end up voicing Mighty Mouse? We'll see. We shall see.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of remaking old franchises, this one's
It's another one.
this one's
I'm
getting
excited for.
interesting. The live-action Voltron movie has added Sterling K. Brown, Rita Ora, and John Kim to the cast. They joined previously announced Henry Cavill is all over the place, and Daniel Quinn Toy. The movie is directed by Rawson Marshall Thurber from Red Notice, Skyscraper, and Central Intelligence, all Dwayne The Rock Johnson movies.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm surprised Dwayne's not in this movie yet.
Oh, you just wait. You
Oh,
just wait.
he will be. He will be.
You just wait.
You
might think he's gonna. You might think he's gonna be the Black Lion. No, he's gonna be the Samoan Lion. You know what I mean?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Weirdly enough, Henry Cavill is also playing a Jedi in this one.
Yeah, exactly. See, perfect.
And so is Sterling K. Brown.
Yes, exactly.
Actually, Sterling K. Brown would be an amazing Jedi. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
That guy is such a good actor. So yeah,
Moving on.
let's go ahead and move on here. Did you guys know that Idris Elba has the power?
He has the power.
So Idris Elba has joined the cast of director Travis Knight's live-action Masters of the Universe movie, and he will take on one of the most badass characters in the He-Man franchise. I heard this the other day, and I got super excited. He is playing Duncan, the Man-at-Arms.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That is
That's
going to be so dope because he's so epic. Like him as like say the version of Man-at-Arms in the new Masters of the Universe cartoon series.
Like
He's
Kevin
gonna
Smith.
fit- the Kevin Smith one, right? He's gonna fit that character, like that mold of the character, like that really epic stoic version of Man-at-Arms. It's gonna be so good. Masters of the Universe Masters of the Universe is being produced by Escape Artists and Mattel Films for release exclusively in theaters worldwide on June 5th, 2026. So we still got some time.
Right.
Oh, that's real quick so wait, Masters of the Universe is from Mattel? Is that right?
Yeah, so it was one of the mid 80s. It was one of the toys that they were trying to revamp Mattel with.
Well, this is my little nugget of info because they have that new Mattel land going in Arizona, like right outside Phoenix. I wonder if they end up doing some Masters of the Universe stuff at that park. Just throwing it out there. Mattel, go ahead. I'm just bringing up ideas for you, Mattel.
I don't know. I think Mattel does still own the rights. Obviously, they're making a movie, so
there you go. Okay, we'll keep it going. From Masters to Matchbox. See what I did there?
Ooh, I see.
Emmy-nominated actress Jessica Biel is currently in talks to join John Cena.
Sorry.
John Cena.
He teed me up, and I just did not.
In the live-action Matchbox movie from Apple Original Films, Skydance, and Mattel Films. That's why I was asking about Mattel. The film will be inspired by Mattel's iconic real-world die-cast toy vehicle line of the same name. It also stars John Cena.
And of course, part of it will take place in Matchbox. All right. From the Queen of the North to
everybody knew that John Cena's in that movie.
Archaeology. All right. From the Queen of the North to the Queen of Archaeology, after it was reported that Game of Thrones star Sophie Turner was screen testing for the role of Lara Croft in Phoebe Waller-Bridge's live-action Tomb Raider series, Deadline is reporting that the actress is now officially in talks to star. Amazon Studios will also be developing a new Tomb Raider movie and video games.
Interesting. I wonder if
here we go again.
Yeah, I wonder if the series and the movie are going to tie together.
It'll be completely separate. They're not going to talk. It's just going to be completely separate.
Yeah. I think Amazon was like, we're going to buy it. We're going to buy something, and then whatever else you do, you do. But we have a series.
Like it'd be better if they did do kind of like a shared universe thing where like the games and the movie and the TV show all live in the same universe. It's just long form storytelling versus an event storytelling in the movie versus playing a video game that lives within that universe.
Like a Shadows of the Empire kind of thing.
Yeah. Sophie Turner voicing Lara Croft in the games, so that way you get that continuity.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but it'd be cool.
Well, they tried to do it with the Matrix back in the early 2000s, but it just didn't take off. Back then, games weren't as big as they are now.
Yeah.
So like now trying something like that actually probably would work if they did it right.
Well, we'll find out. I am tentatively optimistic for this.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and move on here.
Did it work for Scott Pilgrim, young Phil?
It did not. Apparently not. Looks like the Scott Pilgrim series has been grounded, and this really, I'm upset because the show was really good. The Scott Pilgrim Netflix series has been canceled after only one season. One of the things that made Scott Pilgrim Takes Off special was the entire cast from the film returned to reprise their roles, including Michael Cera, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Kieran Culkin, Chris Evans, Anna Kendrick, Brie Larson, Aubrey Plaza, Brandon Routh, and Jason Schwartzman. So Netflix deciding that for some reason Scott Pilgrim didn't make the cut, but it was a good show. I watched it like the week it came out. I watched it twice because it was so good.
Here's a question for you though. Obviously the cast is huge, so them coming back for a second season would cost a lot of money right up front. And Netflix is always weighing the cost of productions. That being said, is the demographic just, I don't know, I feel like we're missing the demographic somehow. I know you said you liked it, but something's just not lining up where people are clamoring for Scott Pilgrim.
Well, I mean, it was a indie cult classic style movie.
Yeah.
Because I would say indie style because it was a big budget movie, but I mean, like the whole thing was that the sentiments of the movie was like an indie film with large budget feel out of it, right?
Mhm.
And doing the anime, like it really does live in that world. They do empower a lot of characters that didn't really have that kind of empowerment in the movie. And kind of just tell a different version of the story, and it was really good. They left it off so like where you could do another season, but obviously they're not going to do one. So maybe another studio picks it up.
Maybe that's a good point. That's a good point.
But Netflix does have a habit of doing this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So unfortunately,
That is true. That is true. Okay.
all right, moving on. Yes.
Some news for all you little monsters out there. Netflix has revealed that singer and actress Lady Gaga has joined the cast of the hit drama series Wednesday for the second season. All
On
right.
Netflix.
On Netflix. No details from Netflix have been revealed about the role. Netflix, it has confirmed that Gaga on Netflix has landed in Europe and filming is underway. Anyway, she's in Europe. She's filming. It's all good. Wednesday season 2 will get creepy, kooky, and altogether ooky when it debuts in 2025 on Netflix.
Yeah. All right.
Anytime we do
Apparently-
a show, we have to say Netflix 1,000 times. So
And apparently, Lady Gaga is in everything now,
Yes.
Yeah.
along with Henry Cavill.
Exactly.
and I'm all for it on Netflix.
Take all my money, Netflix. All right. Well, okay. Disney has a holiday gift for us. Look at Disney.
Too bad I don't have like a Mickey laugh on there. It's just like Disney.
They love us so much. Star Wars Skeleton Crew will arrive on Disney Plus a little bit earlier than we expected. This series is now set to premiere on Monday, December 2nd, which is a whole day, an entire day. Thank you, Disney. Earlier than it was originally supposed to drop. The rest of the episodes will still be released on schedule, which will be Tuesdays every week.
So
I wonder why they did this.
they're doing what HBO did with the Penguin.
Released it a day early?
No, they so Netflix. I had to do it. So HBO or Max it is now. So Max, Penguin released on Sundays, but they released the first episode on a Thursday. For some,
say it again. They released it when?
they released it on a Thursday. So they released it like 3 days early. Because people were just like the anticipation was there. So like, oh, well, it's supposed to come out on Sunday, but we're gonna release it on Thursday. And then we had to wait like a whole week and a half for the next episode, which kind of pissed me off. But I mean, like it was. I'm wondering if Disney's doing the same thing where it's like, oh, there's anticipation for the show. They know it's gonna do well, so hey, let's just release it a day early.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Great. Well, the fact that it's moving up gives me hope for it. So
You know what also makes it weird is that it's on Monday, December 2nd. Isn't that like less than a week away? That is weird to be like.
Yeah.
It feels like the show was never going to get here. Now it's like, oh, it's going to be here
yeah,
in less
I'm
than
like,
a week.
oh yeah, it's a new Star Wars series coming.
Like
soon.
literally less than a week from today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am going to like pass out with the amount of turkey I'm going to eat this weekend. And I'm going to wake up and Skeleton Crew is going to be here. It's great.
Oh yeah,
Thanks, Disney.
I'm ready for that. But of course we need to move on to the next story. So
Move along.
Yes,
Hold on.
I feel a disturbance in the force, like
Hello there.
1,000 voices cried out in excitement, and then were suddenly silenced. Disney has pulled another Star Wars film off of its release schedule. The Star Wars film was set to be released. Was set to be released on December 18th, 2026. But not anymore.
sorry, we're just doing like every Star Wars soundbite I have.
Netflix. As a consolation prize, Disney will release Ice Age 6 on that.
Yay! That's
Not a consolation prize. There's no information on what that film would have been.
Hey,
The next Star
you're
Wars
not
film coming is Jon Favreau's The Mandalorian and Grogu jetpacking into theaters on May 22nd of 2026.
They are not going to mess with that one. No way. They're not going to mess with the Mandalorian and Grogu one. So, real quick, there's a picture of Rey on the screen. It's an undisclosed Star Wars movie that was for December 18th, 2026. Was that the Rey movie?
I don't think it was.
They're still
so
talking
much
about
hype behind that movie. Yeah, there's so much hype behind that movie. I doubt that's the one that they're canceling. It's probably going to be like, if anything, they're canceling the Taika Waititi movie or something.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I was just wondering, like, what is still out there as far as like Star Wars movies. So
they were talking about
it's got to be Rey. That was.
Yeah, they were just talking about potentially working on what was it, Rebel Alliance, or which one was
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron. They were just talking about bringing that back, and I mean, it could be that too.
Yeah,
it could be just some like old dates that they held, and they're just gonna reshuffle and be like, we gotta.
That's probably what's going on.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, here's Ice Age 6.
That's totally a movie we wanted. What, Ice Age?
Right. Yeah, that's totally gonna tie us Star Wars nerds over, but
exactly. Let's move on to this next story here.
Speaking of Star Wars,
staying in the Star Wars universe, many Bothans died to bring you this synopsis. So season 2 will cover 4 years, and we're talking about Andor here. Season 2 will cover 4 years of the story, taking us through the years of Cassian Andor's journey as a spy for the rebellion and how he tracked down the secret of the Death Star's construction. So this synopsis seems like 4 years. Oh no, this is not the actual synopsis. Sorry, someone's got to read it.
Oh.
This synopsis seems like 4 years opsis. Super long synopsis.
This synopsis seems like a 4-year opsis. Super long synopsis. Synopsis.
Andor, the acclaimed thriller, returns for its long-awaited conclusion. The 12 episodes of Season 2 will carry the story of Cassian Andor and the emerging Rebel Alliance over the climactic 4 years that lead to the discovery of the Death Star and the events of Rogue One. Andor Season 2 will see him transform from soldier to leader to hero on the way to his epic destiny. From the very first scene, Cassian's story has activated an ever-widening ensemble of allies and enemies. Season 2 will see these relationships intensify. As the horizon of galactic war draws near, everyone will be tested, and as the stakes rise, the betrayals, sacrifices, and conflicting agendas will become profound. Who will live to see their dream realized? Who will realize what the dream cost?
Andor Season 2 will premiere on Disney Plus on April 22nd, 2025. Way to steal my thunder, man. I love it.
Hey, I was going to say, Shadu, I like that read. That felt like the Clone Wars, the narrator.
That's kind of what I could have gone,
That's exactly what I thought. That's why I just let it go.
The galaxy is at war.
I let it go because I was like, he sounds like he sounds like the narrator from Clone Wars. So I'm
if you did not know, is Wolf Yularen.
Is who?
Is Admiral Yularen.
Oh yeah.
From Clone Wars and later in New Hope.
Yeah, he So I haven't done game streams in like forever, but we do have the Star Wars Clone Wars narrator as an AI voice.
Ooh.
So you can make him say what you want, and when it comes up on the screen, so you know how like normally you put in the AI and it comes on screen and just like writes it at the bottom. It actually does the scroll with whatever whatever you type in and narrates it. It's pretty cool.
That's great.
Yeah. But we're gonna move on to this next story.
We should have that do our reads from now on.
I could probably record that.
All right. Okay. Sorry. While we're in the Star Wars universe, Disney and Lucas have announced that Star Wars Visions Volume 3 is set to premiere on Disney in 2025. The third installment of this awesome Star Wars anthology series will feature 9 short films from 8 different Japanese anime studios. The 9 anime studios are David Production, Kamikaze Duga, who did The Duel in season 1, Anima, Kamina Citrus Co., Polygon Pictures Production, IG Project Studio Q, Trigger, and Wit Studio 4 have previously worked on the Star Wars Visions project already, so that's awesome. So I ask you guys, is this the best Star Wars that Lucasfilm has put out recently?
Define recently.
No, it's up there, man, because like
it is. No, it seriously is.
Yeah. Star Wars Visions is amazing, and from what I understand, I think Kamikaze Duga, I think Anima is the one that did the Ronin.
Oh,
and supposed to be doing a follow up to the Ronin in
all right, yeah. No, I'm in.
I would love that, because that is by far my favorite episode of season 1.
Yeah, definitely.
I love this series.
Me too. Again, mixed bag, but enough of a mixed bag where overall it was just incredible.
Yeah.
I'm going to look it up while you guys are talking. I'm going to look up who did the Ronin. That being said, like, I don't know, for Disney Plus, there's been a lot of Star Wars on Disney Plus, but like, it's got to be Mandalorian as like the top. But what's next? Is it Obi-Wan? Is it Ahsoka?
Andor.
Yeah,
is it Andor?
Andor's got a lot of hype.
Andor's at the very top.
One season.
But is it Visions?
Visions is up there.
I don't know, man.
There.
And then, of course, you go into the final season of Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Batch.
Bad Batch is up there. I mean, there's so many good shows that
maybe we need to do that for like the next show or something, or like in December when things are a little bit slower. Like, we got to rank Disney Plus shows. I don't know, man. I kind of want to put Mandalorian.
I'm looking at my list right now, my ranked list.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I think Mando's got to be like number 1 on Star Wars Disney Plus list.
It goes Andor, Ahsoka.
No, I respect your opinion, but it's wrong. It's got to be Mandalorian. Mandalorian changed the game.
Exactly. Mandalorian made everything, every Star Wars show. Even when you see a Star Wars show, they all model themselves after the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian made Disney Plus.
Yeah, it did. It was the first show on Disney Plus.
I understand that. I'm saying they've improved since then as well.
I'm gonna throw some jokes out there.
Sewong, shut up about the Book of Boba Fett.
Where's Sewong? I'm like, I know Sewong.
No, he's saying
a lot.
Ahsoka was good.
Yeah,
Book of Boba was decent.
You can't tell when Sewong's trolling you, so I can't. Yeah. I'm not even going to respond to it because he said the Book of Boba Fett is decent.
It was.
I don't know if he's being serious.
Book of Boba was not bad. I mean, a lot of people didn't like it.
It was unfocused. It was good from what we had. It was just unfocused.
There was a direction that I would have preferred they would have went with Boba himself.
Yeah,
but the show overall wasn't bad.
Yeah, I just think we should have saved all the Mandalorian stuff for season 3. Of Mandalorian.
My whole feeling was I would prefer Boba to be quiet and stoic and not as talky as he was in the show.
I want a more Ronin Boba, but whatever. All right. Anyway, moving on.
All right. Well, moving on to this next story because we're jumping into DC now. James Bond is coming to the DCU.
Sergeant Rock.
Sergeant Rock. Looks like James Gunn is drafting Daniel Craig to be the title role of the Sergeant Rock show. Sergeant Rock is primarily known for his leadership role in the World War II themed comic series Our Army at War, which was later retitled Sergeant Rock. The character first appeared in 1959 and is a tough, no-nonsense infantry soldier who leads Easy Company, a group of battle-hardened soldiers in the European theater of World War II. His stories are gritty and grounded, focused on the brutal realities of war and the camaraderie among soldiers and the personal cost of battle, making him one of DC's iconic military heroes. No date when the Sergeant Rock movie will be deployed for active duty in theaters.
How do you guys feel about this one?
I'm okay with it. Sergeant Rock was it was a more obscure comic, but I mean, I James Gunn is really good about doing obscure comic books. And if he's doing something like Sergeant Rock, which is more of a period piece, I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping for a kind of like DC version of First Avenger a little bit. To a certain degree.
Too. Yeah.
Where it feels like a period piece.
Mm-hmm. That's totally what I was thinking too.
Also, we need the entire Band of Brothers cast. All right. to play the members of Easy Company. Because
it might be a little bit older.
Yeah, just
maybe they can keep Matt Damon safe.
Yeah.
Get him around.
Amen.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about Sergeant Rock, but I'm into it. I have full faith in James Gunn and whatever he wants to do. You're totally right. Like, he's so good at bringing obscure characters and making them meaningful that whatever he does, it's like carte blanche. Like, do it. Tell us what you're gonna do.
I agree.
And we're just gonna enjoy it.
Exactly.
I'm into it. Like Peacemaker. Like, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, we're not supposed to care about these characters, but we totally do.
Yeah,
Peacemaker
was amazing.
I was just reading this article about why this writer, why he was excited for the DCU, and he was saying specifically Peacemaker because James Gunn took a character that died from obscurity in the comics that no one cared about, and made him a massive, prominent, forefront character in DC, to the point where DC itself is featuring Peacemaker in comics, cartoons. Like, he was featured in the anime, that anime that they just did recently.
Yeah,
the Isekai.
Like he's featured in Isekai. He's they just revamped this comic. Obviously he's in video games. Like, they just had him in the Mortal Kombat game, right? And then of course the show and everything like that. They were saying like this is all because James Gunn decided he wanted to revamp Peacemaker, and he was saying this is proof that James Gunn is the right person at the helm at DC, because he's a guy that can take if he's a guy that can take an obscure character and make them beloved the way he did with Peacemaker and with all the characters that are in Peacemaker. Imagine what he's gonna do with the prominent characters within DC.
Right.
And again, we already see what kind of like the signs of what he's doing with Superman. Creature Commandos is another thing that we're seeing right here. There are characters within those franchises that are major characters that people know, and he elevates those characters, but then he also elevates characters that no one cares about. So he's the right guy because he's got a comic book mentality when it comes to the way that he does all this stuff. So I'm excited for all of this.
I think that it goes a little bit deeper. Like, if you peel the layers back a little bit, it's not that it's just obscure characters, but he's also telling good stories.
Right.
But on top of that, he knows how to tell flawed character stories.
Yeah.
And something about that makes it more relatable. There's like a secret sauce into showing off the imperfections of a character. And making them more relatable, where you can be like, trailer park, Peacemaker, sure, I know people that live in a trailer park, or I know people that are down on their luck. I may be down on my luck, and that just his way of telling that story of characters with issues makes it more interesting.
It's crazy because this is a guy who started in horror.
So true. So true.
So let's move on to this last headline that we have here
for DC. Okay, DC is about to get fucking gritty. Speaking of James Gunn talked about R-rated projects in the DCU. He said it's not about testing out to see if this thing works. It's just about telling a story, which we were just talking about. If a story is going to be R-rated, we're totally okay with that. If it's going to be PG, PG-13, or G, I don't care. Whatever is worthy of the story, that's what we're going to do.
That's the way it should be.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. That's so true.
Let's stop making for ratings. Let's start making stories.
Right. It's not going the Fox route where it's like, no, but you have to tell it PG-13 because we want the audience, or you have to do this, you have to do it this way. Like Deadpool is an example of why Fox's whole thought on how these movies were supposed to be was absolutely stupid, right? Like,
yeah,
go for the rating, go for the story, and whatever the story needs, allow that to happen. Let filmmakers and let storytellers do what needs to be done in order to tell their story. And that's how you get, right now, the success that Marvel has, because Feige, he tested it with Deadpool, but he knows it's going to work. So now he's pushing that limit now he's starting to say, tell your story. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's doing the same thing with Daredevil right now. We know that Daredevil's doing that same thing where he said that it's going to be R-rated because it's going to be that Netflix show that everybody loves. Right.
Yeah.
So Feige had to test the waters and he's allowing it to happen. Whereas James Gunn knows that I can tell a good story, whether it's PG-13 or rated R. He's done both with comic book movies because he did 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies and they were all great. And then he did Suicide Squad and that was R-rated and that was just as good. So
yeah,
I think he understands, especially him being a filmmaker, he understands, let filmmakers make films and they will make good story.
Exactly.
I agree. It's interesting because we're talking about that's the mentality of the new DCU, which I think is perfect. Go for it. I think you mentioned Marvel. Marvel is on the cusp of they can either go down different paths where if we're going to listen to Bob Iger and Disney, and it's we have to make big blockbusters, as long as they make money, we're good. Marvel could be in big trouble. Whereas Feige is in a tough position where he's got to captain this ship and figure out what needs to happen with Marvel.
Right.
Yeah.
To tell those good stories to keep people interested. Whereas DC starting fresh and they're ready to pull the trigger on some projects that are all about stories first.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I mean, what Iger needs to realize is he just needs to get out of the way.
Yep.
Executives at these studios, because Warner Brothers is finally figuring it out, right? Warner Brothers has always been, they get in the way of allowing the stories to happen and they ruin shit, So
yeah. But
Iger,
a year and a half ago, we'd be what the hell are you thinking, Warner Brothers? With all the changes that they were doing at Warner Brothers and HBO and Max and everything, we're you guys are stupid. But the only thing they've done right is let's hire James Gunn.
Yeah.
Give him
absolutely.
give him the reins.
Yeah, that's the smartest thing they could have done. And now we're starting to see DC is starting to ramp up, and everything we're seeing out of them right now is exactly what we've wanted for years. And I love that they're not starting from, we're telling the beginnings and origin stories and all that. No, we're telling stories right in the middle of this universe that already exists. It's like jumping into comic books, and that's the way it should be. We don't have problems with that with Star Wars. Star Wars literally jumps in the middle of a universe with no origin story. We need that. That's what we need. Everybody already knows the origins for DC characters. Everybody already knows the origins for Marvel characters, for most Marvel characters. So we don't need to reintroduce all the major characters. If you're going to introduce new characters, have them be the smaller characters. But again, Peacemaker didn't need to introduce and do an origin story. We still haven't gotten an origin story. We got that his dad was a Nazi superhero, but we haven't gotten a true origin story for Peacemaker. We've just we're thrust in the middle of the story, and we learn about his past as we go along. That's the way it should be done. That's the same thing with Star Wars.
Starting in medias res is always better.
Yes, because then you get that operatic feel within the universe,
exactly.
Right? Marvel had 10 years to build the origins of their stories, and they're now doing exactly that. They're jumping in the middle and just telling stories. I love that James Gunn is no, just tell the stories, tell the story you want to tell, and whether it's rated R or PG-13 or fucking G, it doesn't matter. Just tell your story, and that's what I want.
That is how art
should be. As a fan, that's what I want.
Yeah,
I am excited. So real quick, let me cap off this DC stuff. Superman flies into theaters on December 11th, 2025, but this one's even awesome. You were talking about Skeleton Crew coming, but Creature Commandos will premiere on Max December 5th.
Oh, and I can't wait.
2024.
Yeah,
I can't wait. The trailer looks good. The everything about it looks amazing. And
the casting looks amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah. And they've already said that Rick Flag Sr. is going to be in Superman.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
So like we're going to be seeing this character from. Oh no, not Superman. He's going to be in Peacemaker.
Ooh, oh yeah, that makes more sense actually.
Peacemaker season 2, which they're like filming right now. Rick Flag Sr., who is played by
Frank Grillo.
Frank Grillo, right? Who played Crossbones in the MCU. Like Rick Flag Sr. is going to be in season 2 of Peacemaker, which I'm excited to see that story because we know that, Peacemaker killed Rick Flag Jr., right? Which means Rick Flag Sr. is coming for fucking blood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This will be interesting. Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm excited for all of this. So let's go ahead and move on to this next story here, guys.
Woo. Ooh, all right.
I am on this one.
Yeah,
all right.
That's you.
Kevin Feige, and we were just talking about Kevin Feige, but Kevin Feige says, to me, my X-Men.
Woo.
I'm excited for this, man. During the Disney APAC content showcase in Singapore, Kevin Feige talked about bringing the X-Men into the MCU, saying, I think you will see that continues in our next few movies with some X-Men players that you might recognize. Right after that, the whole story of Secret Wars really leads us into a new age of mutants and of the X-Men. Again, it's one of those dreams come true. We finally have the X-Men back, and I'm sure there was a massive pop in that auditorium.
Yeah.
Guys, are you as hyped as Kevin Feige to get the X-Men in the MCU?
Fuck yeah. Let's do this.
Oh yeah. You know it's good when SHDU just gives us a flat out fuck. It's good.
Yeah.
And it's not hot dogs.
No crazy colored tacos. Just a fuck yeah. I love it.
I did not realize how excited I was for the X-Men in the MCU until also spoilers for the Marvels if you haven't seen it. Go watch it if you haven't. It's like a year-old movie at this point. Anyway, until the end credit scene of the Marvels.
Yeah.
And I just like, because I was there with Frey, obviously, and just grabbed her out and I was like, oh! I didn't realize how excited I was until that.
Yeah, like Beast shows up, and supposedly now, a lot of the rumors that are going around, they're talking about, so we're going to be peppering in X-Men characters in different movies leading up to Secret Wars. So they're kind of like, they're saying they're going to put like different X-Men characters in every Marvel movie or show coming up from here. Which means we've gotten Beast. We know Beast is already in the X-Men universe, in the MCU. We've got Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, the thing is that they've also explained the multiverse at this point, so we know that we can get a different version of Wolverine at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. But we've gotten Gambit, which they said specifically, Feige said something in one of the interviews recently. You may be seeing that version of Gambit again. And I think I don't think that they were originally planning on having Channing Tatum play Gambit, but I think because he killed it so much in that movie that they're just like, no, we're casting him as Gambit. That's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's also the impetus for doing the Wesley Snipes thing and for doing.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, again,
I wouldn't be surprised if Emma Corrin is going to be Cassandra Nova.
Yeah. What's great is when Feige first talked about Deadpool and Wolverine, he talked about, he hyped it up. He said this is by far one of the best movies to come out of Marvel in a long time. And that was before anybody saw it. So then we go see it, and it's like, now I see why he hyped it up so much.
Yeah.
Right? But it's like, if we're saying that all the versions of characters from the Deadpool movies are going to be Marvel characters going forward, right? That version of Juggernaut was perfect. And also, does Ryan Reynolds play Juggernaut moving forward, right? Just because he played Juggernaut in Deadpool 2 and it was great.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like, do we get that version of Juggernaut who was a on-screen perfect version of Juggernaut from the comics, right? To the point where he made references about the gem and him being brothers with Xavier and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, do we get Patrick Stewart back as Xavier, because you know we've seen him in Marvel already as Xavier.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. We'll see.
In Multiverse of Madness, you know, we know X-23 is there. We know we have, again, a perfect version of Colossus. You know, we have just so many different characters within, like, good versions of the characters within, you know, Deadpool, which Feige has said are all canon. All the Deadpool movies, he brought those over as canon. You know, we know that we have other versions of the characters that are within Marvel, and it's like, I'm so excited to see who else they bring in. Like, are we going to see a Jean Grey? Are we going to see, you know, a Nightcrawler, Cyclops? You know, do we start seeing more obscure versions of characters of Deadpool of X-Men, right? Like obscure X-Men characters, right? Do we see an Iceman pop up? Do we see God, there's so many characters that they can bring in, and just it excites me to know that Feige is going to be slowly bringing in more mutants, and we're going to full on get X-Men after Secret Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm into it. I just want to know. I know they're coming. I trust they're going to be there. I trust we're going to have a little break from the Avengers side of things and do a lot of mutant stuff, and then they'll find a way to bring it together again down the road. I'm just interested to see how he does the introduction and brings them in. Are they completely in a separate universe, like what happened in the Marvels, and then they're gonna find a way to merge over? I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how it all lays down.
That's what Secret Wars is about, though, right? Secret Wars is about taking all of, and they've already kind of established this with like Loki and the Anchor being situation with Deadpool, which Feige said that was completely a Ryan Reynolds idea. The concept of anchor beings. And he was like, oh my God, this is like the greatest way for us to do all this. Cause like there was something, I don't remember what it was. I think they were saying that by Secret Wars, the idea is that they're trying to collect all the anchor beings from all the different universes and put them in one universe. And that's how we get our canonical full Marvel universe.
Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which that also is going to explain why Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. I still think we're going to get a different Doctor Doom, and we're going.
Oh yeah, I definitely think we are.
I still say the final version of Doctor Doom needs to be Cillian Murphy. I think he is the perfect person.
Very, very much agreed. I do wonder if they're going to expand the idea of anchor beings to like anchor teams or anchor groups or whatever too, to where it's like this is the X-Men universe. This is the whatever,
And I think we are going to get Avengers versus X-Men. That's going to be so.
Yeah, and so maybe the universe that Fantastic Four and they're the anchor group or whatever.
Yeah,
that they've had such an impact on that universe that they're.
Like I said, I think we'll get Avengers versus X-Men, and I think by that point there will be enough story told where they can do. Because in the first Avengers versus X-Men, they fought Onslaught, so I think by that point we can do an Onslaught.
Yeah.
And I think Onslaught is a big enough bad that Feige would be like, no, let's do this. This is going to be dope.
Go for it. Like, try it. See what happens.
Yeah, but no, I'm very excited about this.
I am super excited.
So, all right. Well, from X-Men to Z-Men.
Kind of.
Could have been a better
Marvel Studios has released a new photo for its upcoming animated series, Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Marvel Animation's Brian Andrews previously confirmed that Marvel Zombies will be slapped with a hardcore TVMA rating.
Yeah.
He said that it will be a 4-episode event series. There's also a funny new synopsis that was shared. What if spin-off opsis, we get zombies before Blade is Mephisto gonna show up? Was it Agatha all along synopsis?
Holy shit. What if spin-off opsis, we got zombies before Blade is Mephisto gonna show up? Was it Agatha all along synopsis? Synopsis.
Down the road. The description reads, it's Marvel Zombies. And that's it. That's the description.
That's
That's synopsis. That's it. Yep, that is the synopsis.
Oh, that's
Marvel
so
Zombies
good.
is set to premiere on Disney Plus on October 3rd, 2025.
that's the synopsis.
Yeah,
Brought to you by Netflix.
it's a total troll to have like it's just Marvel Zombies. It's like
it's Marvel
just go
Zombies.
have fun.
You know what that means. That's
Just
it.
go have fun.
By the way, episode chapter 201. That's a synopsis brought to you by Netflix.
Hmm.
That's what I'm naming the episode.
Brought to you by who?
Yeah.
That's a
Netflix.
synopsis
Synopsis.
brought to you by Netflix.
There you go.
Brought to you by the soundboard.
And well, of course, we have all the sound effects, all the soundboards, all of that. We also have merch, people.
That's right. We got merch, people.
Beep bop boop bop boop beep. We got merch, people. Well, we got shirts just in time for Black Friday. We got a black shirt with the logo. We got the gray shirt with the characters. Come get you some. All you got to do is DM us at Distance Nerding. Let us know how many you're looking for, what sizes, one of each, two of each, whatever. Figure it out. We got you. We got you. They're $20 each or 25 if we got to ship it to you. All you got to do is just DM us at Instagram at Distance Nerding on Instagram, and we'll get you taken care of.
Or
Yeah.
you can shoot us an email at Distance Nerding. We'll say the email here in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do that too.
That's
Or
right.
tell us in stream, and then we'll figure it out.
Exactly. Well, ladies and
We
gentlemen,
will find where you are and who you are, and we will get you a shirt.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
I will also give you a hat.
He will also do anything for money. All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on, talking about the schedule here and not about what SHDU would do for money. Tuesdays, the download from 6:30 to 8:30, the show you are watching right now. Thursdays, the build from 6 to 8. And also Fridays from 6 to 7. Watch on Twitch, YouTube, hang out with myself, Young Phil, as we're building Lego. As of right now, I'm building the Lego NASA Space Shuttle Discovery.
Nice.
Hang out with us. We'll hang out with some nerdy friends. This week, we've got another actor coming on the show. His name, Ian Edward Fultz, is going to be on the show this week.
Nice.
Who's been on a couple of different projects and different things like that. So fun times with that, guys. We will be hanging out and having a whole bunch of fun.
Now, is that Thursday or Friday?
That's on Friday. Thursday is Thanksgiving, and we are not doing a show. So, guys, we will see you on Friday from 6 to 7.
Yes.
But with that being said, SHDU, sir, we need your pluggables. So please tell everybody where they can find you.
Well, I am happy to deliver. I am SHDU Studios on YouTube and on Instagram. I currently do Elder Scrolls content, TTRPG videos, lore from my own fantasy world, my own custom music, paranormal investigations, and so much other nerdy stuff. I am also on Frey's channel. We have a little series called Classified, where we take your favorite pop culture characters and place them into their respective D&D classes. Journals of the Peoples replace Journals of the Classes. In that series, we will go over the different peoples, races, or species that inhabit the worlds of D&D. In the meantime, we are filming Season 2 of Classified. I am in the Distance Nerding sphere. I am on the download on Tuesdays, which is the very show you are watching right now. The build on Thursdays, not this week, and sometimes Fridays this week. And supposedly, I am on Kyber Cave Productions.
Supposedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right. Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, the Distance Nerdington Post.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, all you got to do, if you want to support Distance Nerding, the best way to do it is to head over to distancenerding.com. Go to the top of the page right there, and you'll see a little button that says buy us a taco. Ladies and gentlemen, you can buy us a taco. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Join the taco party. That's right. Join the taco party is the best way to support Distance Nerding and everything that we do. You can come and it'll help us buy more prizes, and we can do more shows, do more live events, everything like that. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to connect with us, all you got to do is head over to all the social media places, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and never calling it X. It's going to be Twitter for the rest of the remainder until Elon Musk decides to implode it, which he's already doing. Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friendster, Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle. We're still not on Blue Sky, but I don't know. Maybe I might do it soon. OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet and mandals, the beard, Jahmez's glasses, just judging you, staring at you on the screen. Of course, everything that SHDU does for money.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
Yes, everything.
Red Rocket Sparks, Red Rocket.
Okay, I knew it was. I was about to say I knew it was coming. I knew it was arriving.
It was coming. You can find it all at Distance Nerding. And of course, if you would like to send us an email, or if you would like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other. Oh, did it go to the wrong one?
Yeah.
If you would like us to break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, significant other, pet, schoolyard bully, annoying neighbor, just tell us how much you enjoy us, hate us, or wish the internet would consume us completely, especially after all the Red Rocket jokes, but spit us out at the feet
of Bob Iger.
I would hate us too.
Spit us out at the feet of Bob Iger.
Bob Iger. The man who makes, not all the greatest decisions when it comes to creativity. You are no Walt Disney, sir.
No.
And we are never being hired by Disney ever, just because we keep talking shit about.
It could have been Bob Chapek.
About Bob Iger.
He was the savior a year ago to get Bob Iger back from Chapek. So, let's all relax a little bit, okay?
He hasn't made the greatest decisions.
Don't make the Iger mad.
We're never going to be hired by Disney. We know this.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, you know what? Cancel Pirates of the Caribbean the ride. We're done.
Yeah, it's not Jahmez's fault. It's mine because I keep talking shit about him. So
the water's too expensive.
When they take over the government, be worried.
I would prefer that over our. Okay, never mind. I'm not.
I wouldn't
here. I'm not getting into that here. That's
that is for our third show, distance politicking.
Yeah, that is for Kyber Cave After Dark if that ever comes back.
Yes.
If it's After Dark, it's called Distance Politicking. All right.
Politicking.
That's what we're gonna call it.
I mean, that is accurate.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
you can email us at I don't think I said the dist, but you did going on. It's nerding at AOL.com and we will read it on the air. Oh, so bad.
See? They're listening. They're poisoning your air as we speak.
Absolutely.
Before Young Phil dies on stream, thanks and keep nerding together.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for the dance party. Let's have some fun and let's get this dance going.
Oh my God, yeah.
Distance nerding.
Nice.
They put us both on screen. Go back to the Tim Donaldson one.
I had to grab it again.
Jawas. Houdini.
I have a completely different bit going on over here.
Houdini.
We'll see everybody on Friday.